Happy Halloween. You probably already knew this, but Halloween is one of the biggest holidays in the United States. It's one of my favorites. It's pretty popular. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how Americans celebrate. You might find out some new information. I know that you will also learn some fun phrases and expressions to add to your everyday English. Hi there, I'm Hannah. I help Brazilians get used to everyday English and the American culture. Subscribe to my channel to not miss a lick of what I'm doing here. Today we're diving into Halloween and all the things that make it unique to the United States. So keep watching, that way you can join the fun too. Of course, there are things like costumes, trick-or-treating, pumpkins that make Halloween Halloween. But there are other things that I don't think that you've heard about that kind of make Halloween Halloween too. The first obvious one is dressing up in costumes, but I think you already knew that one. They're not just for fun. Okay, well, maybe they are. And with costumes, like Americans love dressing up, right? So there's anything that can be scary, there can be cute, there can be sexy, there can be absolutely ugly. And really, like, who knows? One time, my dad dressed up as a girl for Halloween, and some guy asked for his number. There are a lot of terms like DIY costumes or group costumes. Personally, I'm going to be doing a DIY costume, something that pretty much you can make yourself. Not all of the costumes have to be crazy, wild, spectacular, go all out. Dominic will be borrowing a costume from my work. I'm excited about it. He's gonna look super cute. I have no idea what I'm gonna look like, but that's okay. Of course, there's trick-or-treating, right? Where the kids go around door to door, ringing the doorbell and getting candy. It's fun. It's great. It's better now that I have a child and I can get some candy. One thing, I'm not sure if you knew, when trick-or-treating, the porch light is a huge thing. If the porch light is on, you can go to the house. If the porch light is off, that kind of means they're closed. This is like a community thing that brings people together. The neighborhood gets excited, right? They decorate their houses, the kids go around. Sometimes they even do a trunk or treat, which is like decorating the inside of a trunk in a parking lot. And everybody does that. And you kind of go car to car saying trick or treat and getting candy the same way that you would in a normal regular neighborhood. Let's get on to the next one. If you live in a neighborhood where you're friends with your neighbors, then you might receive a little surprise at your door. We're called boo baskets. So it could be like a basket with fun Halloween things inside of it. And then someone runs to your house, they ring your doorbell, and they run away. We call that ding dong ditching. So that happens, and then you get your basket, and it says you've been booed. And then that means that you're supposed to pass it on to other people. Meaning you choose 3 of your neighbors and you do the same thing and boo them. All right, TPing. So what is TPing? It's something that I did a long time ago, like a teenager. I don't do it today. I realize what it actually is today. What is TPing? Toilet papering. And yes, toilet paper, I'm literally talking about toilet paper. Basically, you take toilet paper and you, like, this is probably what you've seen in the movies. It's real. It's real. You throw it and it goes onto somebody's house, right? And you know how toilet paper is. If you pull it, like, it'll just kind of break. And if it gets wet, it's kind of hard to clean up. So that's pretty much it. You just keep throwing the toilet paper all over and then the house looks like this. And honestly, in the end, it's pretty beautiful. We only ever did it to our friends. Sure, there's people out there that did it or do it to random houses, but we only did it to our friends' houses. So it was kind of like a joke between friends. All right, let's keep going. So I'm from California, and one of the best things that I used to do every Halloween season was go to the Del Mar Scaregrounds. And if you're in San Diego, you should go. I think they would still have them. If you aren't in San Diego, you can probably look it up online and there will be different types of scary spots or corn mazes or whatever the heck you're looking for, maybe just a pumpkin patch, and you should go. It's a fun cultural experience. You might also get to practice your English when you're there, so don't knock it until you try it. The next thing Americans love is Halloween decorations. Whether it's a spooky haunted house or like cozy fall vibes, there's always a reason to put something up to decorate. One of the most popular decorations is the jack-o'-lantern. I think you already knew that. And I think that that is only because it's so fun to carve pumpkins. That is one of the biggest traditions here in the United States. We carve pumpkins and then we put them on the porch and you put a little candle inside of them so you can see them glow at night. If you do this, you need to save the seeds. Save your seeds, your pumpkin seeds. Wash them and then roast them with a little bit of salt. It's so good, and it's a good healthy snack. Obviously, Halloween is fun for kids, but adults really get into it with like parties and fun decorations. Like I feel like when you're an adult, you can really get into it because you can make more of your own choices. Whereas a kid, you're kind of just following along. I think one of the biggest things with adult Halloween parties is the food and the drinks. It's very, very festive. The most common foods are anything that you can turn into something Halloween, like this, or this, or this. So Halloween is super playful and creative, right? I think we see that by now. I think it really captures the American spirit. And if you're not an American, it's a fun way to connect to US culture. And tell me in the comments, what would you do for Halloween this year? I would love to know. One of the biggest things is how Halloween changes as you get older, right? So Halloween parties are common. When you're younger, Halloween parties are very sweet and innocent. You dress up, you play some games like bobbing for apples or wrapping your friends in toilet paper and calling it a mummy. And then as you get older, like maybe into middle school, high school, the parties turn a little bit different, a little bit more pressure to make the best Halloween party. I think my favorite time of Halloween parties was in college. Some things that I remember about college Halloween parties. Me and my friends, we loved to decorate. We loved to find fun decorations. We also loved to do music playlists, like spooky Halloween music playlists. That was always fun. And where I went to college, it was known as a party school. It's called Chico-ween. So on Halloween, our town got a reputation for being kind of wild. And people would come out of town, grown-ups would come out of town and party in the town during the weekend of Halloween. There was cops on all of the streets because it just got kind of wild. So Chico-ween was always really fun. You would walk around down the streets, going to different bars or going to different houses, and you would get to see everybody else dressed up and doing that same thing that you're doing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But then as we become adults, passing out candy turns into something pretty special where you get to see kids come to your door and you get to hand the candy out to them. I think it's also important to note that there are people in the United States that don't celebrate Halloween at all for personal, religious, whatever reason. And that's okay too. All of this, I think it's important to remember that these are my experiences. And if you have any experiences with Halloween, comment them down below. I'm really interested to hear. If you enjoyed this, go ahead, hit like and subscribe so you never miss a video from me. I think that's all for today. Remember, you have your free list of expressions in the link below. Go ahead and click on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I talk about what I eat in a normal day here as an American in the United States. Beijo!